How is everyone tonight? Okay. There's like 97 people in this little tiny black box theater. It's fucking fantastic. Everyone looks beautiful today. You're missing out. Hello, everybody. Thanks for pulling up on me. Again, my name is Brian Acosta Arya, also known as Brian the Motel Guy. More on that later. But we went by the rules, so you don't have to sit through all that house rules and open mic rules and whatnot. People already know how much time they got to perform, right? 3 minutes. How many? 3 minutes. Y'all fucking me up.
No? Oh, shit, okay.
I'm sorry I stole it.
3 to 5, but you know, that's okay. All right, we'll control this and we'll figure this out. I'll regain control over time. But as I promised, right, there's a secret third rule, right? It's called the Motel Guy rule, and many of you already know this, right? Yeah. Okay. And for those that are not in the know, let me clue you in. The secret Motel Guy rule. There's no ego. Simple, right? No ego here. Out of my mic. That's how you should be moving around in real life. All right, let's speak to the performers, okay, in the room. How many we got tonight? How many people performing? Make some noise, okay? 95 of them. You can't hear it. You can't hear it. Okay, so it's incredible how the ego really informs us, right? It's our identity. It's the thing that, you know, from a blink of our existence to now, really forms our thoughts, opinions, and all this stuff, right? All the trauma gets affected by it, or vice versa. And sometimes it's, well, for you artists and you performers out there, not sometimes, but all the time, it informs your art. An incredible thing, right? It compels you, right, to pick up that pen, right, to write down that poem or write down that joke, right? Or it makes you pick up the guitar and start strumming along and then write it down, right? And it maybe even compels you to come out here and touch grass and perform it. Fantastic, wonderful. But I've been doing this for quite a long time, almost 20 fucking years of my life has been spent performing in dark rooms just like this. I know what it's like to walk through that door and feel maybe a little nervous, right? Maybe a little sense of competition. This is no competition, right? There's no prize at the end of this. I just want you to show that art to the rest of us, right? With no pressure, you know, to fucking want to win something or anything, right? I just want you to show your art that your ego has let you make. Okay, is that okay?
Yes.
All right, that's why we shed our ego. Did we leave our ego at home, performers? No. The answer is in the silence. No, we did not. We did not clock this that we were going to do this on a Wednesday. It's okay. It's okay. I'll let you do it in just a moment. For you audience members, how many people just in here supporting people tonight? Thank you for your support. They need that. Okay. I know for you audience members, people that don't perform or dabble in the arts, okay, there's that dreaded C word that inhibits us in sorts of ways. The C word is cringe. Oh, we hate that fucking word. People of a certain generation, I know you hate it. It's the thing when you're like scrolling through social media or TikTok and you see something, you don't like, it's a little weird, all right, they don't, it's not your type of thing, and you swipe. And you swipe away from it. You can't swipe here. Isn't that wonderful? That's your ego talking. It's this weird thing, right? That it's maybe a little prejudice or whatever the fuck. It's not going to happen here, audience, all right? You're going to sit back and you're going to fucking support everything that comes on here. Comes up to this mic tonight, all right? You can't swipe away from this, so ignore that impulse. You're out here to touch some grass and maybe see something that you've never seen before, something beautiful, something new, something cool. All right, so please, you audience members, did you leave your ego at home today at your apartment? Not enough. It's not enough. That's why. It's okay. It's okay. That's why Brian the Motel Guy will help you get rid of your ego for a little bit. All right, just a moment, temporarily, until you pick it up at the door. Right? Imagine a bag over here. All right, inside of a basket. Okay. I will do it first. I will relinquish my ego the next couple of hours. I'll keep it between my boobs. Here it is. Oh, I hate this thing. I'd rather not have it, but I carry it around with me all the time. Easily bruised, kind of smelly, smells like balls a little bit. It will go into the imaginary wastebasket. Now I can be the best host I can be. All right, I can encourage you, even if you go over time a little bit, right? I can just fucking push you and motivate you to try to do your best. Now, I want you all to relinquish your ego for me so we can have an ego-free show and we can just get up here and entertain each other. Can we do that? Show me your egos. Come on, I can't do this, Mike, without you doing this. This is how we begin. All right, and at the count of 3, chat, all right, I want you to yeet it into this fucking wastebasket that's imaginary on this stool at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, yeet, Scobie! Oh my God. Come on there. Jesus Christ. What happened today with the ego? What happened? All right, Simone, are you ready to catch the ego? No, you don't got it yet. Lock in, focus. I still have it in my hand. This is improv 101. Catch it. There you go. Put it in the lockbox. 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 All right. Jess's ego, very important. You got to keep it. Actually, you know what? Everyone here, maybe you won't even want it when you get out of here. Maybe you walk back into FMC, back in the L train, or wherever the fuck you go, right? And you'll be a little lighter, a little less judgy, a little more inclined to come back to me and perform ego free too. Is that cool? How does everyone feel? Lighter? Yes? We chilling? We cooling? Are we ready to start this open mic? Okay, wonderful. Let's begin with a little bit more of a test of crowd participation. It is an open mic, so let's start with some snaps. Let me hear the snaps. All right, if you hear something that you like, snap at it. All right, how about like a stomp? You can hear a line that's like, fuck, that's fucking bars. You stomp a little bit. If you hear something that a poet may say, that's a hot line, you want to say, run it back. And hopefully they'll run it back if they remember their shit. Okay? Very cool. I think everyone's locked in. And let me look at the list, because I haven't looked at it in quite a little while. Okay. All right. Not enough people. We need more. All right? Y'all are still hesitant? Go sign up with my friend Simone. But we have a pretty good list. We got some comedy, poetry. We got some musicians. And so let's get started. All right? This is how I'm going to bring you up. Okay? The first person is Daisy. Where are you, Daisy? Hello, Daisy. Take it easy. I need all that energy when Daisy pulls up on me. All right, but I'm going to introduce something like the term on deck. All right, so that's the next person. And on deck is Dan Laitman. Dan, where you at? Dan's here. What up, Dan? Thanks for pulling up on us. All right, familiar face, new face. I think let's get started, shall we? All right, coming to the stage. Without further ado, give it up for Daisy, y'all. Energy. I forgot to tell you, I will adjust your mic when you get up here. I will point it at your gaping maw. Go get him!
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. Here's something I wrote a while ago, and I'm going to share it with y'all. Have you seen her lately? The girl whose cheeks are flushed with excitement and eyes vibrant with charge of the sun. It said she's been seen, and ever since, hope has ensued those in her orbit. They say she can't be missed, that you feel her pulse rushing through her limbs so strong that you too feel the pull of the current, that you too are pulled to something you can't name. And the image of her flushed cheeks and sun-charged eyes are stained in memory, stained in permanent ink, stained so deep that her rosy face haunts your every decision that is not delivering you to her, that does not move you closer to where she is. And where she is not known by anyone in your orbit. Where she is does not matter. Maybe the flush in her cheeks is not meant to be found, but simply to be felt, to move attention from the eyes to the heart. Maybe the only way to find her is to follow what fills our cheeks and electrifies our eyes, to follow the path that charges our every step. Maybe the only way to meet her is to have the confidence to wave and make contact with her every morning as you look at her and she looks back from the mirror in your own apartment. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think I have one more. It's super short. Okay. The work is never finished. It radiates through each inch. Stars plucked from the night sky, bright, yellow, stretching eons, sit tucked behind your ear. All this time spent burning for you.
Give it up for Daisy, y'all. All right, thank you, Maanya. Did you ask that, Maanya? Manya's like, where can we find you? And then Daisy replied, Daisy.express, clock it, chat. Okay, feel free. It's not going to go towards your time or anything. After your performance, plug yourself if you got some social media. If you got an event lined up, or not only will the audience hear it, but the people at home, and of course the set that's recorded will have it cemented in time. All right, so if you don't have anything, it's okay too. All right, just be like, find me here, motherfucker. All right, on deck. I didn't even look at the list. Dan, you're next. I see you in the shadows, like the Phantom of the Opera. All right, on deck we got Paul Taylor. Paul, where are you? What's up, Paul? Fucking Paul Taylor's in his bitch, but not before. The Honorable Dan Laitman, y'all. Give it up.
Give it up for your tiny Filipino elf.
It's me, motherfucker! Yeah!
I only shortchange you because you are the only person I can do that with. So one thing that I found that I loved watching is the videos of Kash Patel standing at the podium, because it just reminds me of, you know, when you put a quarter against a remote control to see how big the remote control is. That. It kind of kills me that the person in charge of Raymore and Flanagan is really just a chairman.
Go, Dan. There you go, Dan. Go get him, Dan. Hold on.
If a house burns down in Phoenix, Arizona, does it just rise up again better? So I actually just got back from my honeymoon.
Yeah.
We went to Disneyland Paris. It was very fun. If you don't know what Disneyland Paris is, imagine Disney World, and then imagine you can't understand what anybody is saying. I was like, so this is what Disneyland is like with a stroke. But right before the trip, we decided we're not having a kid, and that neither. And like visiting Disneyland after agreeing not to have a kid is like watching the movie It and then going to a circus. Like now I can get the dad bod and that's it. I saw a video recently of some comic opening his set with, it's like, I got married for the first time and also the last time. I'm like, that is a great line that was definitely written by his wife. I'm a millennial. I have the mental illness to prove it.
Nice.
Like, whenever I see a narcissist millennial, I'm like, you're doing it wrong. I have schizophrenia because I have to. And you know how, like, when you're a kid, your mom says you can be anything? Well, with schizophrenia, you can be everything. Like, I'm not good at it, but somewhere up here, there's a guy that's good at tennis. Before my wife, I also was ghosted once. Oh. I did not know till the end of the date.
Yeah.
I found out over the vacation I needed an adult diaper, not to brag.
Jesus.
And the worst part is that it fit me perfectly. Like, it's bad learning that you have to do an adult diaper. It's worse when you realize you're the ideal clientele. I learned that Napoleon Bonaparte was an asshole. Of course he was an asshole. He's 5'4". You either are an asshole or you enter stand-up comedy. There are two options. But I used to believe in Bigfoot. I used to believe in competency in the GOP, and I believed in their voices. Like shit that doesn't exist. They say if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. Have you ever been to a desert? Cool. All right. All right.
We love you.
I love you guys too. Thank you for yeah. All right, last one. I think they named a female sheep right after it was born. Like somebody saw that and just went, ew. Was that the stupidest joke I wrote this week? I think it was. You can catch me at Dan_Laitman_stand-up. Thanks, guys.
Yes! Give it up for Dan Laitman. All right, proving that this truly is an all-act open mic. Emphasis on all acts are welcome here, whether you're a comedian, singer, songwriter, rapper, poet. Bring your art, bring your talent, make sure it's evilness. And let's fucking rock. On deck, we got Jessica. Where are you, Jessica? There you go. Again, but without further ado, give it up for Paul Taylor. I'm here.
I think there's a lot of new people. So I've done this song one other time. This is called Peace. And yeah, read by. If you can put it up anymore, please. Just like a little bit.
Sit together.
Hey.
I'll do what I got to do, and I'll move what I got to move. Tell me, baby, can we piece it together? Yeah. I'll do what I got to do, and I'll move what I got to move. I don't really love you no more. I don't need you no more. Do you even ever want me when I'm on your mind? If you're on my mind, I don't really love you no more. I don't need you no more. Do you even ever want me? Do you really ever want it? Yeah, we sit together. I'll do what I got to do, and I'll move what I got to do. Tell me, baby, can we sit together? Yeah. I'll do what I got to do, and I'll move what I got to move. I don't really love you no more. I don't need you no more. Do you even ever want it when I'm on your mind? If you're on my mind, I don't really love you no more. I don't need you no more. Do you even ever want it? Do you really ever want it? The thought that's keeping coming back, just will go to remind me. I'm on, can't be.
Thanks, y'all. Yeah, you can find me at B Paul Taylor, B like Bark, D like Dog, Paul Taylor. I'll follow everyone back. Thanks.
What a fucking groove that was, my friend. And it was a beautiful day in New York today, in mid-60s. All right, that's the kind of song you listen to while you're walking through the dog park. Excellent. Thank you so much, Paul. What's it called? Is that streaming? All right. When do you think? When? But where can we? Oh, you gotta come in. Yeah. And where can we find that? What can we type into the Spotify and or music engines?
You follow the link on my.
Okay, follow him on Instagram, y'all. Scroll back, and you'll find what he mentioned. All right, on deck we got Anna. Where are you, Anna? You ready to go? All right, you're in the batter box, babe. All right, start swinging. All right, but all right, but now we're gonna bring to the stage. Give it up for Jessica, y'all.
Hello. Okay, so one of my favorite questions to ask people is like, what's your favorite memory? Your first memory. And typically it's like really cute and funny and exciting, or the opposite. It's very traumatic. Mine is the latter. So yes, this poem is called My First Memory. I am 4 years old. My daughter, we play salon. A father soft in a world that tells men not to be. I am barefoot, sun clinging to my skin from summer days, salt and sand still in the creases of my ankles from the beach, spinning in your oversized t-shirt as I get ready for bed. Maybe there was music. I can almost hear it still. The echo of a life that didn't know it was fleeting. Maybe there was laughter. Yours and Mom's intertwined. It feels impossible now. Like I made this version of us up. Like I borrowed the scene from another family's home movie. It's too Hallmark, too wholesome. But it was real. I was there. I remember so vividly the last time that I felt safe. Tucked in with the absolute certainty that grown-ups could keep the bad things away. Then, red. Not loud at first, just blinking red lights, bleeding through the window panes, painting the walls in a language that my body understood before my mind did. Mom says stay inside. My brother's hands cover over my ears, too late, because I can hear the silence breaking, the comfort becoming fear, the childhood ending. And you are no longer just mine. You belong to uniforms and handcuffs now, to questions that go unanswered for years, to systems that will go on to fail you, that know how to punish you but never how to help you return, to systems that failed us and the family left behind, to whatever it is that takes fathers out of homes and leaves daughters standing still in doorways they were told not to cross, that leaves them with shame they cannot place. I don't remember if you look back. I've rewritten it so many different ways in my head, I no longer trust the truth. My first memory. 10 years later, I'm sitting in a room where the paint peels like it's tired of holding itself together all the time. And a school counselor in an ironic t-shirt tells me gently, don't blame him. 30 years later, I'm reciting this poem. They told me not to blame you. So I didn't. I blamed myself, and I haven't stopped since. That was really nice to share. Thank you for allowing this platform. You can find me on Instagram, just playing it by ear. It's a highlight reel, but thank you for allowing me to, share my low light reel.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Y'all, playing it by ear. Well, follow them, please, and thank you. That was wonderful. Not a low light. No, survival reel. That's what we call it. Okay. That's beautiful. You're gonna look back 10 years from now, you're gonna be like, oh shit, look at all the things I've survived. Wonderful. All right, on deck we got Maanya. Where are you? You're right there. I see you. Welcome to the stage. Give it up. Brandon, yes!
I do. I hate this poem.
You gotta brace yourself.
I hate this poem. Every time I've ever performed it, except this one, I've never had a recording of it before today, and I've also said I'm never going to perform it again. And then every May rolls around, and it's Mental Health Month, and my mom's a therapist, and my dad's a psychologist.
Wow.
And this is a poem about why I'm a poet, and it's called The Bridge. When my mom was little, her dad left to live with another woman. She said it was the happiest 2 years of her life. She took a job cleaning houses, helped support the family. When he came back, she begged my grandmother not to let him. We can do this, she pleaded. He beats you. Only when he's drinking, she shrugged. He moved back in. She was 12. When I was little, we would stop at their house every Christmas. Every year, my grandfather, the cop, bought himself coal to prove to us that Santa punished the naughty. It was my favorite thing about him. My father never hit my mother. They were married 12 years, but divorced before I was 1. She hit him with a wooden duck once, right before he walked out of the door. He was needed elsewhere, a big man in Oil City, Pennsylvania, a psychologist. He told me this story often on the long drives through the mountains. His voice was soft and soothing, a melody to my ears. You need to be careful not to upset your mother, or she'll drive you off a bridge. What do? I pleaded. He shrugged. She's not well, but she's your mother. I was 4. He swore us to secrecy, built up a custody case. It's dangerous, he said. I'm trying to protect you, he pleaded. But she was my mother. One day, the school sent home a letter suggesting I be tested for a learning disability. How could this happen? He scoffed, embarrassed. He said it was my mother's sickness. She was trying to set me up, so I agreed to leave. I was 12. I wrote letters to the court. I'm scared my mom will drive me off a bridge, they pleaded. When I moved, my father puffed up his chest. Big man reunited with his children. He stopped providing meals. There were no piano lessons or doctor's appointments. When I spoke out, he told me my mother's condition was hereditary. I was lucky to have a psychologist as a father to keep me sane. If only your mother had let me help her. His voice was soft and soothing, a melody to my ears. I was 13. When I was 14, I tested into one of the top schools in the country. That year, my father included all my achievements in the family Christmas letter. When I started to struggle, he sat me down. Maybe the social skills you're learning will serve you more than college. His voice was soft and soothing, a melody to my ears. You know, not everyone needs to go to college, he sang. I want to go to college, I pleaded. He shrugged. No one mentioned a learning disability. I wasn't talking to my mother. When I met the man I married and later unmarried, I warned him. My mother is crazy. She can't be trusted. He believed me. I was 23. We were together for almost 10 years and nothing I said after changed his mind. I wasn't talking to my father when I found out I was pregnant. He hadn't walked me down my aisle on my wedding day. I asked him to show up early. Of course, he said. His voice was soft and soothing, a melody to my ears. It was just a few weeks before the wedding he called me. The cats needed him more. I screamed, I cried, I pleaded. I would have hit him with a wooden duck if I thought he would change his mind. He insisted. Months later, I called him. I pleaded, you were my best friend, my protector, my father. His voice was soft and soothing, and a melody to my ears. You don't know the stress you put me under, he replied. I wasn't myself. I was thinking of driving off a bridge. The irony was lost on me. It's not lost on me now. Thank you.
Where can we find you, Anna? Nowhere. Nowhere right now. Leave a message. Thank you so much.
Fucking gorgeous. What a beautiful, beautiful recanting of this relationship. And we'll speak. We'll talk about it at notes. I give notes at the end of the show, so please stay for them if you would like to know what I thought of you. All right? It's not a critique. It's just to feed you back beautiful things that I thought you said. You said some real beautiful stuff there. On deck, we got Che. Where are you, Che? There you are. Che pulled the fuck up on me. Excellent. All right, but first, give it up for Maanya, y'all. Yes!
She's coming up on me. She's here. She's here.
Hi everyone. I'm going to start with a joke. It's okay if you're just silent. It charges me. It energizes me. Why do ambulance drivers always have a partner with them? They're paramedics.
Yeah.
I have 2 pieces for y'all. I didn't hear the ambulance. Was I not paying attention, or was it because I was in it? My eyes kept rolling back. Stay with me, a voice to my right said. If I could, I would have rolled my eyes. What do you think I'm trying to do? Why else would the sweat that velcroed me to the bathroom floor allow me to dial 911, the same hand that made the choice, dialing the numbers? Numbers I swore I'd never need again. It saved one life. What's one more to add to it? I ripped myself off those cold tiles, used the 2 brain cells I had left, grabbed my apartment keys and my phone, my flip-flops barely hanging onto my toes as I run into my dining table that has not moved an inch. Waited for 15 whole minutes. Left. Right. I call again. As the light kept getting closer, the asphalt was the only thing keeping me grounded. In that ambulance, my head leaned back, the silence making it seem like I had already ascended. The seatbelt digging in, holding me back, shoving my insurance down everyone's throat just to make sure I could survive making the wrong choice. But once that bill came, my socks damn near flew off. Turns out their throats didn't swallow the insurance, instead regurgitated it back as paper. I'm lucky I'm speaking this poem right now. The last poet's smile still imprinted in my brain from the hospital where they're sick again. But if the debt means I can make my bed one more time, I do it all over again. And I think I'll get cut off, but if you want to hear the rest of this poem, just find me afterwards.
Got a minute 31.
Cool, thank you. August 27th, 2025. If I died that day, I would have never been able to brush my teeth again. The decay starting in my soul and exposing itself in my mouth. If I died that day, I would have never been able to crochet one more stitch, the knots in my neurons never firing again. If I died that day, I would have never been able to meet the poetry community. Words inscribed in my bones only to expose the lies that I live. The kiss of death biting the skin off my lips, leaving them soft but exposed. If I died that day, I would have never experienced a true love's kiss again. The kind of love that asks why it couldn't be enough to hold on to. I don't know why it wasn't enough. The shadows of buildings raising above where the sun pecks my eyes. I forgot what the sun felt like dancing on my skin. If I died that day, I would have never been able to conduct a symphony of laughs that eased the ache in my cheeks. I don't know why I couldn't laugh anymore. The demons of my past surrounding me, obscuring the future that chose me. If I died that day, I would have never been able to blink, wipe away the tears that form on my day of death. I've had many days of death, but I'm still swearing. Until the final death, I'll keep fighting. Thank you. You can find me on Instagram at the Dabbler's Diaries, and I have a show coming up this Saturday
Come on,
at the
show.
Kay's Corner
Come on, show.
for women's empowerment. Woo!
Come
So
on,
come
women.
show up. Thank you.
Give it up for Maanya, y'all.
Go speak to Maanya. Go follow Maanya at the Dabbler's Diaries on Instagram to see when they're going to perform next. Thank you so much for sharing both of his pieces and that joke in the beginning. What do you think, chat? Go throw up some ambulance sirens in the chat. Ambulance sirens emojis. And it's good. Okay. On deck is, well, we're going to have a little halftime show. You direct your attention to the screen after our next act for some more events that you can come to keep this Nuyorican Poets Cafe energy going throughout the whole week. Okay, but without further ado, give it up for my friend Che, y'all! Yes!
Oh, okay, thank you. Alright, you guys can hear me?
Yeah.
Cool. Comedy, that's what I'm doing. Just in case you guys hear like, ooh, that just sounds sad. Jokes. It's really crazy. I actually grew up in New York City, and it's my first time at this Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Mostly because I'm Dominican, so I thought if I walked in, like, I'd burst into flame and stuff. But no, you guys are very accepting. Yeah, I like to start every show, especially in the atmosphere that we're under politically, letting people know 2 things about me. 1 is I am Dominican, and 2, I didn't vote for him. Yeah, I know. I'm a unicorn in our community. I didn't vote for him for 2 reasons. 1, I never would, and 2, legally I can't vote. But that shouldn't take away from the fact that I never would, all right? On election night, we had a mock election at my house. I had a shoebox with a curtain Kamala won 100%. And then now we're here. Look, the only thing that I would say that Trump has done to our society is that he's made us all a little bit more politically literate, I think. Because if 8 years ago you would have asked me to name 3 cabinet positions, I would have been like, on its back, on its side, and with the doors open if you're nasty. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Now we're at the point where, remember the assassin over at the White House Correspondents' Dinner? Where he's like, I'm gonna try to take out Trump and a cabinet member. Like, yeah, we'll take a cabinet member too, yeah. You can get it, Interior Secretary Doug Burgum. Like, yeah, you can get it too. It's always great when the back is laughing. You're like, yeah, I'm crushing. It's also just chaotic how this administration is being run. Like, even the way they're promoting the things they want from you is chaotic. Like, I was driving and I saw a billboard for the Marines, like, join the Marines. And then right behind it was a billboard to donate to disabled veterans. I'm like, you can't ask me to join something and then show me the likely outcome right behind it. Like, the way I saw this billboard was like the few, the proud, the legless. She said, damn. Wow, I'm getting people in so many different directions. All right, I got time for one more. This is all new, but like, all right. This is the thing. I actually work for an abortion organization. Yeah, that's what I do. You ladies can get it. Not for me, I ain't paid, but you can get it. Come on, Jay. The abortion, you can get, okay. And it's crazy because like, the Trump administration is trying to stop mifepristone, the abortion pill, from being delivered in the mail, but they just approved that you can get a gun in the mail. So you can get an abortion, just depends how bad you want it. That's right. That's how this country is. You can do everything by gunpoint, even an abortion. You get a 9mm and point it to your belly and be like, you clump of cells, you better come out with your not formed hands up. I don't know. So I'm Che Guerrero.
Yeah.
You can find me on @CheGuerreroENG, and I'm very excited to promote this. This is New York, but if you're watching this in California, for the first time ever, I'm headlining a comedy club in California. Yeah. June 6th, you can find me at the Punchline in Sacramento, and June 7th, you can find me at Cobb's Comedy Club in San Francisco. So I'm very excited. Thank you so much. That's my time.
That's right. Che's Ghost. Thank you very much for that shit. That's how much impact you just gave us, Che. We heard you again in our mind's eye. That was beautiful. Thank you. Give it up again for Che. Coming all the way from Philly. All right, if you're in Philly, come to us and see Che in California in June. Che, thank you so much for pulling up and doing some new stuff. All right, that's what open mics are for. All right, Che's an established act. But we always love people trying out new things, trying to see if we get some laughs and entertaining the folks in the audience. So props to the pros, all right? And also everyone else coming up here today, all right? Including on deck. We got Daytimes the Poet. Dave, where are you? Okay, you're on deck, but not before Jonathan and not before our halftime show. So please point your attention to the screen, and at home you'll see it in just a few moments, some events that you can participate in at the Nuyorican Poets Gathering.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise for the greatest community in the world. This is your halftime report. I am your correspondent. My name is Elemental, bringing you all the latest news and upcoming events brought to you by the legendary Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Stay tuned, stay inspired, and as always, keep creating. Peace. The Nuyorican Bowery Slam, happening every Monday at the Bowery Poetry Club in New York City, hosted by Luna Rosa and Jay Rose. Doors open at 6:30, but the line starts at least 30 minutes earlier. Winner receives a $20 cash prize and a chance to compete in the final Friday Slam. Occurring on the last Friday of the month at Loisaida Center at 7 p.m., hosted by Matthew Marroquin and Paul Conqueso. Winners from the Nuyorican Bowery Slam compete against each other for a $100 cash prize and a chance to compete in our annual Grand Slam. Plus, there's a Twilight Hour open mic hosted by Cap Come Through, man, the score. Our open mics at the Loisaida Center are all kinds of incredible. The venue records high-quality audio and video of all performances, and they are live streamed to the Loisaida's and Nuyorican YouTube channels. All except our first Wednesday of every month, we have Women's Orator Wednesday, aka Wow, hosted by 2024 Grand Slam champion Somebody's Mama. Our all-acts open mic by and for all women and women representing peoples. This is a safe space. Come through. The remaining Wednesdays of the month, we have the Nuyorican Open Mic, hosted by Brian Acosta Arya, a.k.a. Brian the Motel Guy. Doors open at 6 p.m. This is where stars are born. No guaranteed performances for latecomers, so make sure you are on time, folks. Our online programmings, which are absolutely free, include the online open mic hosted by yours truly, weekly on Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific via Zoom, live stream to YouTube. All styles are welcome. The second Tuesday of every month via Zoom, we have the Slam Workshop, facilitated by the 2024-25 National Youth Poet Laureate Stephanie Pacheco. When you sharpen your craft, you sharpen your performance. Come through. There are many other in-person and online events coming up. For info and tickets, all programming can be found at nuyorican.org/calendar. Our social media, website, and other links, including to sign up for our mailing list, go to linktree/Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Also visit our YouTube channel to catch past live streams of online and Loisaida open mics and many other special events. The Nuyorican Poets Cafe is a non-profit 501c3 organization based in New York City on the Lower East Side. Ticket sales and grants don't cover all of our programs and operations expenses. So here are ways you can support us to help continue to move poetry forward in the spirit of our founders. Our merchandise, shirts, hats, cups, and tote bags available for purchase at our Nuyo table, in our in-person events, or online at nuyorican.org/merch. New materials coming all the time, folks. Stay plugged in. Donations are very much appreciated and tax deductible. Scan the QR code or go to nuyorican.org/donate. Check out and subscribe to our Patreon site. Gain access to events not available online or to the public. Go to patreon.com/Nuyorican Poets Cafe. We would love to hear from you. If you've attended one of our shows, let us know about your experience. Go to nuyorican.org/survey to complete and submit the form and receive a special gift for your feedback. Special thanks to our tech team, our programs and operations team, our hosts, our volunteers, and our executive director, plus all our sponsors for helping us keep the spirit of artistry and inspiration of poetry alive and moving forward through the spirit of our founders. Brought to you by Elemental Vision Works, inspiring change through passionate poetry and creative productions. We appreciate you. Have a great rest of your night. Peace.
Excellent. All right.
I meant to pin that shit. All right. Okay. And also that not on the announcement of other events you can see with the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. All right. I got to tell you something about the 39th annual Loisaida Festival. All right. That will take place on Sunday, May 24th. All right, from 12 o'clock to 5 o'clock. It's the day before Memorial Day. That's on a Monday, so you got that whole weekend to party, and I want you to party with us in this beautiful, beautiful neighborhood. All right, it's going from East 12th Street to 5th Street, whole block party, y'all. All right, as the Lower East Side's largest Puerto Rican heritage and Latinx neighborhood block party. The festival will once again feature a rich, multidisciplinary program across several activations through its footprints. This year's theme, our American thing. All right, the Nuyorican Poets Cafe will be at the festival. I pull up at our table/booth, and our executive director, LaBruja, will co-host entertainment on the big stage on Avenue C and East 12th Street. Music, probably some poetry as well, so pull up and enjoy the Loisaida Festival. All right, and if you have your phones, all right, since you've been tagging us and taking pictures and all of that, please consider scanning the QR code because we want to keep these shows popping for all of you. All right, I think I'm doing a okay job here, but we want to hear from all of you, all right, and how we can make it better and better and better, especially being that our cafe is reopening. All right, so tell us how we are doing by scanning that QR code. It's a brief survey, all right, and I'll give you a high five afterwards. Is that cool? Cool, go ahead and scan that. Okay, okay. And let's continue the show. I think there's time for also a second round. We're doing good on time, all right? So if you have already went, or you just signed up last minute, you'll have a chance to go again. All right, but let's keep the original list going. We got a bunch of people waiting patiently to perform, like Jonathan in Daytimes, right? So on deck, Daytimes of Paul, are you still here? Rocking with us? All right, stay put, pal. Get ready in that batter's box. We're coming to the stage. Give it up for Jonathan, y'all. Where are you, Jonathan? They fit? What the heck? Okay. New shit.
New shit?
My skin remembers a loving mother, the feel of after shower shea butter, also known as women's gold. The skin of a black woman can never be mistaken for pyrite. Am I right? Shea butter is more than a method. It's memory of our culture, an oil that never spoils, colonized but never conquered. They wonder why black don't crack even under pressure. She'll become a diamond if you stress her.
Come on.
I said, she'll dissolve in the warmth of my body, then come back solid when we cool off. She a woman with skin cocoa colored, mix it with cocoa butter between the braids to ease the pain. In love with her like OT Genesis, the premise is she'll butter you up if you don't handle the cold. See, she a ebony, but she a ivory when it's raw.
Come on.
Not white like the culture that consumes. Ivory like the coast. One of the colors of Yemayah.
Come on.
That's white like the color of the moon. We use palm oil to dye sheer. So caress her gently in your palms and she'll turn a sun-kissed yellow like the colors of Oshun. Speaking of dye, if you want to ride or die, she a hustler. She'll get it sold on every corner with different branding. Vitamin E, aloe, coconut oil. She'll teach you how to glow as long as you can manage it. She an entrepreneurial spirit, the definition of cream. Lives by the motto, cash rules everything around me, and embodies what that really means. She'll make sure you shining before her limelight. So the next time you try to play her like she a fool, like she ain't nothing but a tool, just remember that she a queen. She the one who showed you your brightest hues. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for Brian for hosting this. Thank you for everyone behind the board who's supporting us all the time. You can find me at Quow on Instagram. That's PROQUOW. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Come on! Even the IG got wordplay, bro. I get it. Pro Quo. I just caught that. That was incredible. Where are you from, Jonathan? Where are you from again? Where are you from again?
What?
Where are you from?
I'm from Brooklyn.
We fucking Brooklyn. Are we here in this bitch right now? Brooklyn in here? What about Queens? Queens?
Yeah.
All right, we got Manhattan in general. Okay, we got. What am I missing? The Bronx? Yeah. We outside. That's what New York City sounds like. Very clever. Just fucking fantastic wordplay. I clocked a little bit of it. Woman's skin, cocoa color mixed with cocoa butter. Come on. That's just bars right there. All right, we love it. Thank you so much, Jonathan. All right, on deck we got Daniel. Daniel's here. Oh, my friends are here. You're in for a fucking treat, y'all. Y'all like poetry? You're gonna hear some poetry tonight. All right, on deck, Daniel. Coming to the stage. Give it up for Daytimes the poet. Where are you? You're in New York. Listen, at times, now you're here.
So I got I got a poem for y'all, and hopefully I got some new shit. Depends on what shit. Come on, new shit. First one to them boys. To them boys. To them boys that were found like me. Them boys that seen the light from the outside but were not yet hypnotized by its splendor. The boys that were still curious enough to peek through them doors. Not yet believing, but willing to see, willing to test their metal, willing to raise their flame up to the, willing to raise their candle up to the flame of the collective just to see which fizzles first. To them boys, I promise, none before you meant to lose this battle of wills. When the wax gets slick and the candle slips, you'll find, damn, it feel good to belong. To one or another won't matter, because for once you inherently belong. Not for what you do, but for what you already done. And I guess you'll find in that way they've already won, right? Because it all started with suggestions. Seemingly innocent to the touch, but each one opened doors for you. Each room filled with slightly more warmth than the last. By the time you realize you're burning, your body will have betrayed you in ways that neither you nor God had intended. And having seen that, you will realize the weakness of man. But you will still find ways to grab hold of the scabs and missing pieces of those around you. Killing yourself to get the acceptance of a body that already belonged to you. Sacrificing for bodies that will never fully belong to you. A sacrifice to create solidarity amongst men that have never fully been whole. And in this, you will lose the very spirit that made you. Traded it in to live amongst empty huts of men that only sought to validate the inferno with its own perpetuation. To them boys, I ask, on this long, and I mean long road to becoming men, that you'll not lose yourself along the way. Some will say that the lost is inherent, but I encourage you to find a way, because you too must form part of the life you hope to find. Home. Let's see, I got time? I got
35 seconds.
Ooh, yeah, definitely not. So,
There's round two.
Dope. If y'all would like to find me, I'm on Instagram at DEITIMESX. So you're spelling Dave with DEI, and then you're just adding an X at the end.
Nice.
Sound good?
Sound
Appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Give it up for Daytimes! Look, Poet, thank you so much for pulling up on us, getting your reps in. Okay, we are going to have the second round, so I'm going to get a raise of hands if you want to pull up on us again. All right. On deck, we got Queen La. Are you here? Come on, Queen. You here. You on deck. Get warmed up. Lock the fuck in. All right. Before you give it up for Daniel, y'all. Daniel!
So I don't think this poem is done, but it has to be spoken, and I have to figure it out. So we'll see how it goes.
No shit.
Work in progress. My cousin and I, we speak in between beats and strings about dreams we had. He tells me it was his dream to play for that band that when he played, nothing mattered but the snare, and he felt part of the heat, so he moved to the murder capital of the world, San Pedro Sula. I tell him I remember college and pursuing basketball in the third most dangerous city of the world, Tegucigalpa. We start speaking about lift concrete, about the front page streets we ran with severed heads heading bleeding paragraphs of bodies in black bags and the goosebumps, the ones after the adrenaline is no longer rushing you and the imagery settles down as flashbacks, as triggers of cold steel guns in pockets, hard heartbeats looping streets, a labyrinth to get lost in beastly roars and collapsing walls. I ask my cousin if he still wakes up in the middle of the night in between screams. I ask him if the silent walks still expect gunshots, and if the quiet is a blast of vivid emotions that make him tweak. He tells me the frigid breeze of violins calm him down, and I tell him there has to be something about the genes, because I also cooled down my boiling blood with Vivaldi's Winters. I tell him when my heart races, I look up to the clouds 3,000 miles back to when I couldn't see a future without bullet holes in my chest. When I ate dirt because of lack of iron, I tell him I often think of our grandfather and the blueprint he left, a poor son born to a poor mother, never defined by his poverty. He closed this gap so we were less poor, so we would fit out less poverty, snitches on itself, the roaring stomach, the worn out shoes, shouting lingo that doesn't belong, the inherited hunger. I tell my cousin I'm proud of our poverty, that our roar is generational and our grandfather fought too hard for us to be less than divine. I tell him our presence, this refusal to cease to exist, paint Sistine chapels in every room we walk. Our speech sculpts David, slays Goliaths. We've been slaying giants. I tell him our grandfather's footprints are gardens, and we're manifested seed, moving mountains, forces of nature like a flower, blossoming, cracking concrete. I tell my cousin I want to be like our grandfather. I want to make sterile soil fertile, but what I really want to do is tell my cousin, my grandpa, we no longer run, we walk now.
Come on.
I want to tell my grandpa we made it and that I love him.
There's my man. There he goes. Give it up to Daniel, y'all. All right, wonderful poet, wonderful slam poet as well. You can see him slam with us on Mondays at the Bowery Poetry Club. Please do. He's a very excellent competitive poet as well, but man, remarkable. I think that piece is done. I think it's pretty much 100%. All right, share it again with us, will ya? All right, on deck we got Jalapeño. Where are you?
That's me.
Oh shit, Jalapeño's in this bitch. Get ready to be spicy. Okay, you're on deck though. All right. Before we get caliente with Jalapeño, give it up for Queen Lao, y'all. Yes.
All right. So this is my first time writing and performing the poem in 17 years. I used to be afraid to write because your opinions felt more important than my purpose. So I took my words and manufactured their meaning, made my stories acceptable and my voice sound appeasing, a curated catastrophe of delusion and treason. I used to be so afraid to write. Fingers positioned for battles with my pen while my quiet courage fights the wars within my own consciousness. Desperately trying to find the lost warrior I call the true me, all the while hearing the footsteps and the voices of my enemy. Shaky ground for my courage, and I'm too afraid of who I need to be. They say, why are you looking for her? Do you know what you won't have to face? She's not even who people want to meet. Leave alone, let her be. Keep a cage, you could stage whatever image you want them to see. And at the time, my fear made it so easy to leave because the idea of who she was felt so distant from me. So I left because I used to be so afraid to write. But it's only so long that you can keep her caged while the enemy throws bombs on your inner child and takes refuge in your pain, puts barbed wire around your joy so you never have a chance to play, starves your hope and make your body a home for the silence, guilt, and shame. And you think you can just go about your day to day? There's no way all those wrongs could be right. So I had to make a choice. I took my fear and prayed it into faith. I came back with my ancestors and the creator and looked my enemy straight in his face. I said, you don't belong here. You can't occupy this holy space, and I'm not afraid to let you know you have no right. And with anger and sorrow, he started to flee, and I started to travel to the rawest parts of me. Her whispers from tricksters like ego and doubt. They started banging and yelling. They started to shout. But with every action they took, it just began to show how afraid they were that I was ready to let them go. So my power got stronger, and I knew I was near. And my light became brighter that it blinded my fears. And I found that cage empty that I left the warrior in, not knowing my faith, hope, and love had already let the unlocking begin. Blemished and bruised, unafraid to let anyone see the beauty and breaking to set yourself free. No longer mistaken that she's separate from me. Now I'm never afraid to write.
Give it up for Queen, y'all. Come in, folks. Thanks for pulling up on us. Hell yeah, Queen. All right, it's about damn time you came back. Thank you so much. Queen, where can we find you?
Oh, Natural Taj.
Natural Taj?
Yes.
Okay.
How you spell Taj? T-A-S-H.
All right, Natural Taj on Instagram, yes? Or social media? Okay. Natural Taj on Instagram, please, and thank you. Thank you so much for that wonderful, stirring testimony. We loved it. All right, on deck we got Serenity Sparks. You pulled up on me today. Where are you? Oh, yeah, hello, friend. Okay, a lot of familiar faces. All right, coming to the stage. All right, someone I do not know, but I will know now. Give it up for Jalapeño, y'all. Yes!
Okay. White lady. Susan B. Anthony. We all know her for the women's right to vote. So I'm gonna start with her quote. She said, "I will cut off this right arm of mine before I ever work or demand the ballot for the not the hard R." She said the old one with the O. And she said that in like 1870, though like 70% of white women voted for Trump. Karen, don't cry now. Oh, because the tears don't influence the vote. But now it's cool to have braids. Are those cornrows? No, they're both Derek braids, like Kim Kardashian, you know? I can say the N-word, because it's like the same as me being a bunny who likes snow. I'm like valid at the cookout. No invitation means just don't go. Juneteenth is one day that we could stay at home. But you don't feel included. So throw a tantrum, make a big show while you copying the jewelry, the nails, the hair, and the clothes. But every day, every other race must talk like this. We're that. Don't be loud. Just take notes. What are you, scared of some power in your throat? Probably, because I've seen those little things that make you choke. But that's just a joke. Did you know the year after white women got the vote, that's the year that white people burned all of Tulsa up in smoke? You're making omelets now. You gotta crack the white part to get to the yolk. But we all can't folk till the cops come, and now your black boyfriend's in jail, all because you wanted to toke. So we all treated as equals, we're not. There's other parts to play, we're not the victims, just stop. If you don't live in a bubble, then why are you so easy to pop? If you say you don't see color, either you are one or you married to a cop, because if you're brainwashed to color blindness, then you are an op. But now it's time to be a big girl. That means clean up under the rug. I don't trust white women. I wouldn't fuck me with OJ's gloves.
Shit! Run it back! Run it back! Run it back! Run that shit back! Zoop, zoop, zoop!
Wow, baby, it's all love. While you hold that peace sign up. Oh, run it back, you said. I would not fuck me with OJ's gloves. Even if I could get away with it, but I wouldn't fuck with OJ's gloves. But while you hold that peace sign up, peace does not liberate. And silence is what breeds more hate. So white people offended now. Well, welcome to America. It's too late. getting attacked, so I don't know about time. But my Instagram is Jalapeño Juice Box. The next person coming up, Serenity Sparks, is actually performing with me tomorrow at Il Soleil up on Dykeman. Which I book those every other Thursday. Please contact me to perform. It's 2 poems, 2 poets, 2 times a month. So that's it.
Yeah.
That ain't it. All right, words like that will live on for all time. Thank you so much, Jalapeno, and of course, go visit that event if you are in town with our next performer. Give it up for Serenity Sparks, y'all.
Let's keep it going.
They're embracing. They're coming up to the stage.
Okay, let's go. Look at you.
Jalapeno.
Yeah.
Okay. And Queen La?
Yeah.
Would y'all be open to doing a breath with me?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Feel your feet on the floor. Take a breath through your belly. Hold at the top. Maybe sip. And then exhale with a sigh. Today is a little bit of an experiment. One part will be interactive, so nod if you're down. Yeah. 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 Okay. A lot of times it feels like there's 20 curious, crazy ass Georges running around my mind. The fucking monkey mind. And I'm like, mind, be still. I'm just trying to chill. Sometimes it's a funny monkey pointing out funny observations, telling me to get fun strawberry matcha drinks and all different things like that. But usually there's a loud one that knocks hard and says you're not doing enough. And over there is better. And I know it stems from fear, but that sensation feels so real. A tightness in my chest, a roiling in my stomach, shortness of breath, tingles crawling up my neck, ears getting hot. Too much input. I'm a sensitive bitch. And then I freeze, paralyzed. You know, like the spinning rainbow wheel of death? That voice saying, not enough time, never enough time, not enough time, do it all at one time, not enough time, breathe. What's here? Acknowledging the sensation, allowing myself to feel what is rising up. An emotion that wants to be revealed. Today, that's realizing, again, I have trouble allowing myself to make mistakes. Perfectionism is always there. It's that hanging carrot for praise that leaves me feeling empty, and I fucking hate effing up. That was funny. Yeah, right? I fucking hate fucking up. Don't you guys? Right? So what do? There's that loud voice, but I know that's not real, even though the sensations are real. But I come back to the body. You guys can follow along with this if you want. Shaking. Tender touches. caresses. It's okay. We're okay. I got you. We are safe. Pausing a little longer. Another breath. Don't grab for the phone. Don't distract. Hearing a different voice underneath. It's me at 12. A little girl scared, running at non-stop speed. Little me, who learned that the love she received was directly correlated with how much she gave up her needs. Who's crying out to me to love all of her wholly, even her mistakes. All of them, all of them, all of them. Another breath, you follow along. Another voice emerges, a light within. Queen La pointed to it too, saying, "You're doing such a good job. You are perfect the way you are, and it's not what you do, it is who you are. It is not what you do, it is who you are. You can't mess up. I love you." This undercurrent of light that's been there the whole time. Now, I'd like y'all to reflect a little and go inward. You can close your eyes for this if you feel comfortable. You can put a hand on your heart. Maybe just focus on your breath if that's what you can do. But try to bring up an image of little you. What do they look like? Maybe it's not a clear image, it could be a feeling. Do you notice any expressions on their face or where they are? Ask them if there's anything they need to hear right now. And if nothing comes to mind, let them know they're safe.
Where can we find you, Serenity? Where can we find you?
Serenity Sparks.
Tomorrow.
_ You can find me and Jalapeño tomorrow, 5 p.m. at El Soleil, and you hit us up and we'll share more info.
Do all the things.
5 p.m. tomorrow.
That sounds sick. I should go to that. Give it up for Serenity again. Thank you so much for sharing that. My inner child was like, "Hey, yo, what are you doing at an open mic right now? Why aren't you a Ninja Turtle?" He was so confused. All right, on deck, we got Ron. Huh? Ron, are you ready? Are you in the batter's box? You getting ready? You locked in?
I'm nervous.
Nervous? Don't be nervous, Ron. All right? Yes. You're allowed to fuck up here, as Serenity said. All right? Thank you so much, Serenity, for allowing us to do that. Okay, Ron, you're on deck. Ready to fuck up, but coming to the stage with some poetry. Give it up for Amira. Amira, where are you? Amira? There you are. Sorry, I didn't warn you. I fucked up there. But you're coming. Amira's about to appear on your screen. Amira came all the way from out of town on us? That's fine. Happy to have you.
I can't see anything. I thought we were all like having eye contact and shit, but
We're here.
so hi everyone, it's my first time ever performing in New York.
Come on!
So I'm happy to be here with every single one of you and my sister just now who came up and shared her heart, so it's nice. I recently wrote a book. It's called 30 Lessons I Learned Before Turning 30. It was printed in Nepal and it takes 5 hours per copy because no trees were cut. People like sit down to stitch it. It's a whole ritual. So today, when I was walking here, there was this quote on someone's bag or something that went like, "The brave may not live forever, but the ones who are always cautious, don't live at all." And I was like, fuck. which inspired me to read this specific poem for us today. It's lesson number 9. The name of the lesson is, the most courageous thing you can do in life is to fucking live.
Yes.
Waiting for the perfect moment to arrive is like waiting for God at the airport arrival gate. Searching for formless in form. We spend our whole lives waiting for the perfect words to say. We spend our whole lives saving just in case there comes a rainy day. But you see, in that saving, in that waiting, we have missed the other seasons. The spring, the summer, the fall. In that waiting, in that saving, we have missed the chance to dance with life and all. The choice to choose is within your own hands. Let me see your hands, guys. Bring it up. You know how powerful you are? You are so fucking powerful that the moment you think you are not powerful, you're not powerful. That's how powerful you are. So the choice to choose is within your own hands if you will spend your whole life at the arrival gate waiting for God to land, or you will take the elevator to the departure floor and make your way to life yourself. And that, my friends, is the difference between someone waiting for moments in life and someone loving the life in every moment. Thank you. Yeah. And another really, really short one. If I may ask, like, who here thinks that you have to go and look for love? Like, love is something you have to constantly search for. Anyone? Really?
I mean, I used to.
Okay. And now you don't?
No.
Good for you, sister. So, you're scared of it? So this poem was inspired when I was in Nepal. And I remember having this conversation with this one really, really beautiful brother about love. And after having the conversation with him, that's when I wrote that if love could tell all of us something tonight, this is what love would say. I see you looking for me in people. I see you looking for me in places. I hear your anger and sorrow about how you wished nothing changes. I see you looking for me in answers. I see you looking for me in signs. But sweet child, when will be the time that you look inside? To see that I am you and you are me. And right from the start, we've never been apart. You may not believe me, but there's a secret I'd like to share. I'm telling you, New York, you may not believe me, but there's one secret I would love to share. That once you stop looking for me, you will find me everywhere. That once you stop looking for me, you will find me everywhere. Thank you so much. It's such an honor to be here with every single one of you. You can find me on Instagram. It's Amora Vida Breath. So Amora Vida Breath. And if anyone wants to talk about the book, I have one copy here from Nepal to New York.
Come on. Give it up, y'all. Wow.
Hell yeah, Mark. That was fucking fantastic. Thank you so much. I'm like, who fucking put up the Nag Champa? Is there anyone gonna light the incense? Paul, you got the incense on deck? I feel very spiritual in this bitch right now. Okay, on deck we got Mosiah. Where are you? Mosiah? Mosiah? Thank you. All right, you're on deck, pal. Okay, but not before some comedy from Ron. Y'all give it up for Ron.
Energy, energy, energy. We're still here. Look at Ron.
Thank you. Oh. Thank you, Brian. All right.
I'm so nervous because I usually don't do comedy. I write short stage plays and poetry, but I'm inspired. I work with the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Brian is my colleague here, and I'm inspired. Dan, are you still here? Okay, yeah, Shay, you were amazing, though.
Yeah.
You're welcome, though. I'm inspired by you. So many things that you said were great. So here we go. It's 3-minute time limit, that Brian gives us. It's just crazy. He is so adamant about it. Now watch. If you come on Mondays, Daniel knows that. Brian always goes over his 3 minutes, though. So next week when he tells you 3 minutes, I'm like, you go 3 minutes, Brian. All right. You know what? I love Brian. It's all in good spirit, though. When I grow up, I want to be like him. Okay, well, that makes no sense because I think I'm about 2 decades older than him. And as you saw with the mic, I'm taller. So in my case, I have to wait about 20 years, and then when I'm old and shrink, then I'll be like Brian, though.
There you go, Rob.
Okay. All right. Don't feel so bad. He said it himself, but before Paul calls HR, let me stop. And don't feel bad about Brian. You paid your $10. He gets paid for it, though.
Come
so you
on,
basically paid for it. All right. Talking about 3 minutes. The time limit, how about in other places? Like when you go to the store, if you're at the register, some people just talk too long to the cashier. How are you? How are the kids? How's your day? They don't know there is a long line behind it there. So you should get a 3-minute time limit. Put your items on the conveyor belt. Don't look at the cashier. Don't talk to him or her. Let the cashier scan your items, pay, bag them, and out, So to avoid those talkative customers, I discovered the self-checkout lanes. But sorry, people don't know where and how to find the barcode, and it takes them like a minute, and then they have to call the cashier. It's supposed to be a self-checkout. So you should get 3 minutes there. Or you shouldn't be allowed at the self-checkout if you don't know how to use the self-checkout. Yeah, but you know what? Stores shouldn't lose money. So you can still go to the self-checkout. But if it takes you longer than 3 minutes, you can still buy your item, but you will not get a discount. You will have to pay full price. All right, I got more jokes, but I know Paul is going to flash me. Joke is on him. If he does flash me, he's going to have to call HR and do the self-check. All right, so if there's a second one, I got more. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, better than last time.
Give it up for my colleague, Ron.
Yeah.
Fucking roasted Kevin Hart with this bitch. What the hell happened here? Lost control completely. Okay. All right, we have time for a second round as stated, but let's finish off the first one. All right, with the talents of Mosiah. Y'all give it up.
Woo. Energy all the way to the stage.
How y'all doing today?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Go get 'em.
From DC. I have a song today. It's called Love Hall. It's about love. Last time I performed was before COVID, so 2020. So a little
Come on. Yeah. Hell yeah.
So this song is for those who deserve better, and also for those who wish they had the right words to say.
Okay, they different. Why?
If you were the only thing I had, I would be just fine. If you were the only thing I had, I would be sad. If you were the only one who saw the truth, that would be something special and something new. If you were the only one who can bleed. That's what I need. If you were the only thing I had, I would take care of you real bad. If you were the only thing I had, I would take care. Something special, yeah. Something special, yeah. Something special, yeah. I'm just grateful for you. I'm just grateful for us. I'm just grateful for you. And I just hope that you trust. I just hope you believe. I just hope you can see that I'm here to share light. And I don't want to fight. And I don't want to argue. And I know that you're hurting. Still I'm here just to heal you. Cause that's what you deserve. I know nobody's perfect. I just know that it's worth it. I'll go readers of love. I'll go readers of love. If you were the only one, I would be grateful. I just want some true love. I just want some true love. Something up from above. Something more than a hug. Someone who can really see what I bring. Someone who can really know what I need. If you were the only one to really love, then I would trust. It's from above. It's from above. I know that you had to wait, and I know it's getting tough. And I hope you can be patient, cause this world is just of love. And this world sends many traps, and this world sends many schemes. I just want you on our team. I just want you on our team, cause we're really here to win. And I know that you can tell. I know that we will prevail. If you were the only one to believe, that would be sweet to see the things that depend on the dream, legacy, and more talk than more walk. I'm just grateful. Yeah, Instagram, TikTok, Mosiah.ii.
Is that so? Okay, Mosiah, before you go, come back. Give it up again for Mosiah. Can you tell us thank you so much for sharing with us, all right? Is that song on streaming, perhaps? Nah, it's just, you gotta see him do it here. All right, who produced it? You? Fuck yeah, that's where we go. That's good. Congratulations. Excellent, we love that. We love that. Thank you so much. All right, before we get into our second round, all right, thanks so much for sticking around with us. Can I do a poem for y'all?
Yeah.
All right, I have a show to promote tomorrow here in Manhattan at Madam X with Hot People Read Poetry, a show called Pillow Talk. You can follow me on Instagram to see where that is and what time it is and stuff. You can buy tickets at the door. So, but I'll be performing this poem, but just in case you want to see it again, pull up tomorrow. Okay. It's called The Manager's Kid. It starts with a question. What is it that radicalized you to consider a standard applies? The basic is fair. The space that we share should be acres of square, full of ample supplies. The answer for me, not unlike yours, the lore is the same. Someone modeled it for you to name. Empathy. entered itself at the frame and was actualized. Follow the thread. The place that I grew up, you went to pursue an honest reset. No complex apartment, but complex in that it was more of a motel. There's a lot to be said about who pull up, to that lot and be fed. The manager made it to fit every budget. He'd even say, fuck it, and spot you a bed. You and your cousin. Empathy entered, and it was my father, that manager mentioned. He kept me a part of his business by having me live in the back room, attached to the office, a towel and vacuum. Don't pity the squalor. Similar growth has been done by the young in such liminal space. The castle was safe. Aside from the dragon that burnt herself up when she lit up her face, you lived through the trauma and covered the breaks, giving close quarters like cutting a cake. Next to the TV that played babysitter were monitors showing this business of grace. Security cam. My earliest memory witnessed the shipwrecks that littered the harbor, the family of 5, seeing trouble ahead, needing 2 double beds because eviction had caught him for fishermen's sake. Boats run aground, taking on water. Anchor is down and there's shit out of lake. I'd watch this unfold, eating cold cherry Pop-Tarts, the CCTV recording the tape for hours on end. Guest after guest, both white and blue collar, resigned to reside at this highway Valhalla off Route 46. I'd run wild with all the welfare kids. I hated that phrase. My mother, the dragon, described with disdain how the government gave them too many handouts, and my father was not being man of the house. How often his softness would cost him a sale, because sometimes those checks would get lost in the mail. She'd huff till she puffed herself off to a nap, and all that had stuck with me watching it back on the CCTV in the manager's suite with the sink full of roaches. I'd catch in my teeth all this fuss about welfare, fair if you're blind, but when will someone come and care about mine? The addict that's lost in the error of her ways, or the misguided man with too much on his plate. I'd sift through the bias that conspired about, then a knock on the door making Brian come out just a minute. There's a limit to depression, I guess, watching MTV with my friends at the desk, Monique and Jamal, who live down the hall, whose aunt worked a job that I couldn't recall. They teach me the TLC waterfall dance, and about half a dozen old double dutch chants. It's like we ran a sex summer camp, needless to say. I remember the cabin checks even today, how my father would warn not to enter their rooms. But how else would we fill these water balloons? With no faucet to tap. We'd be desperate to find one. Besides, what's the big secret to hide from? I'd sneak. Saw what's forbidden to see. The welfare kids were living like me. Same ugly curtains. Same broken pulley. Certain exceptions, theirs weren't drawn fully to block out a world that wouldn't have tread in a place where you had to sleep foot to a head. I resisted to push back the panel of shade, because I knew that no matter how much we relate, it's a matter of fate. It's callous as shit. They'll have to move out. I'm the manager's kid. What isn't? They're radicalized. You to consider a standard to live, because they just cut funds to all manners of this, because they just cut aid to all manners of this, because they just cut snap at a snap at a... Lay down your privilege. The battles we risk. And again, you can find me at Madam X with Hot People Read Poetry. Go follow them on Instagram. Hot People. I'm not one of them. All right, I'm some Mozart guy reading poetry. Yeah, give it to me. Big pick me energy here right now. Come on, come on. No, I'm kidding. I'm an honorary hot person. All right, don't let me in their club. Or I'll pay to get in. Okay, so see me tomorrow, Thursday, all right, and see me do that poem with them. It's a great event. Ask me for the discount code to get tickets too, with a percentage off. All right, so how we're going to do the second round, folks. Thanks for sticking around, because I know some of you want to get back on here and do another round. So by a show of hands, we're going to do it. All right, that's the system here. So I'm going to close my eyes, and the first people that I see that have risen their hands, I will pick on you. I'll pick around like maybe 4 people or so. You all have 3 minutes. You can't do a backing track. You can't do a song with an instrumental, but you spoken word artists or comedians, you can do your thing. All right? So at the count of 3, raise your hands. 1, 2, 3. Who wants to go again? All right, we got Shay. We got, what was your name again? Daisy. Shay. Daisy. Anna wants to go again. Okay. Jonathan wants to go again. All right. Who? Okay. Who? Okay. Give me money. Go. Who are you? Kay wants to go again. I think we're good, right? Jalapeno want to go again? No. They said, what the heck? Yay or no? Yay or nay? All right. Excellent. All right. I want to get a good mix of people that have been here before and haven't been here before. All right. If you want to go again, come back to me next Wednesday. Okay. On deck, we got Daisy. Daisy, lock the fuck in, Daisy. Come on, y'all. All right. We give it up for Che, everybody.
All right. I'm not gonna do stand up. All you guys inspired me to actually do a poem.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
So, I was actually looking through my notes and I wrote this in 2018. It was after I found out that my son had autism, and somebody said the reason why you're so sad is because the image that you had of your son has died, and now you need to learn what his image is of himself. So I wrote this. I called it Mi Príncipe. They have stolen your kingdom, the kingdom that I have built for you, the kingdom with the tall columns and arches. I had it all covered with only the best for you. So I must go to take it back from the bandidos that stole it from you. I must go and get your kingdom back. But wait, is this even the kingdom you want? I built it before I had your essence to inspire me. So I stay to build a kingdom anew with all of the columns and arches that best reflect you, mi príncipe. And then this one, I live in Philly, and you see all the. What happened? What did it say? Yeah, I know. Trust me. My dog keeps choking on chicken bones, like. Right. All right. So this is the city is so beautiful, but it really is it's just heartbreaking how much poverty there is in such a city that has so much potential. So I wrote this when I was just walking around the city. It's called Red Line. Today I don't want to ride the red line. I want to walk it. I want it to unfold slowly in front of me. I don't want to view it as a time lapse. I want to see how the masterpiece was made. I want to see every stroke that took to create it. I want to walk the red line with my hands extended at each side, my fingertips reaching out, feeling the pain and prejudice on either side. And after I have walked the red line, there is only one thing left to ask. What was it painted with? Was it painted with pigments from all around the world, or was it painted with blood? Red line. Thank you.
Wow. That's it. Give it up for Jay, multidisciplinary artist Jay.
Fantastic. Such beautiful, beautiful poetry last minute. We love that. What a pro. All right, on deck, we got Anna. Give it up for Daisy, y'all.
Come on, Daisy. Get up on here. You got another shot.
All right, round two. Definitely feeling very inspired by everyone. I feel like the night's just gotten so warmed up as it's continued, so I feel lucky to go again after like everyone's gone. So this poem here is kind of the feeling of when you wake up and you feel reconnected to yourself. So thanks for listening. Open the box, the small one under your bed. I know your mom thinks it's Pandora's. You know, that box you were taught to never open somewhere in childhood. I'm asking you to reconsider that. Reach for the key. I know it's not so simple. Not as simple as sucking down honeysuckle syrup you mixed into your lemonade on a hot summer solstice. Severed at the thought of seeing that sun-stained look upon your face. Fearful that I lost you to the summer sun, in the height of its self-centered run in the high noon sky. It didn't have to be this way, you know. It's not what you think it will be. Your soul is not safe if it's tucked away in a box under your bed in your parents' house. Staring at the sinister sun sends shivers down your spine. Syrupy simple strokes of the grass remind you of that box tucked under your twin bed. laying upon it Grandma's quilt she gifted your parents in the day they wed. It's days like these you remember the key to that box. The box you created with houses of genuine cigar that have the red velvet inside and a special scent of tobacco and Crayola. It's simple though. The key is found in your heart, just behind the Crown Royale of purple velvet and stitchfold piping. I don't know what you're talking about, you think, as you spread sticky hands through the spiky southern grass, the sun-soaked skin you wear, sumptuous and searing, reels for you to forget about that box below your grandmother's quilt. Reaching for the potion, in a forward-acting motion, your hand slips and it's dark. Resistance ensues. Your brain has always refused to see that the key could not be found in your degree, job, savings account, apartment overlooking the park. The promise of tomorrow, it's the promise of tomorrow that enjoys dangling that darling daisy trinket just before you. Almost within reach, the one you always wanted, the one for which you hunted every Saturday afternoon, highly caffeinated, slightly agitated, and surely disassociated, disconnected from that box, the one you securely tucked away under your bed below the quilt. The one you only open on peculiar nights, where sleep is not seen, where sorrows are set free and feelings gifted, from the slate carrying clarity etched deeply in stone, carrying your deeply dignified dreams, a course correction, the one that pushes you away from perfection, helping you find your direction to the key that will set you free and help you retrieve your spirit from the box that's been hidden away under your bed. Adalpa Daisy, everything will be fine, my dear. Life is no longer lived on a chain. There will be days where your disdain will make you forget. So let this beget your promise to unfold. Let your thoughts be told, as you likely cannot see all the jewels you behold. Thank you.
Come on, Daisy. Oh, shit. That was cool. I was following that. That was hard. Thank you so much, dude. Okay, all right. Let's keep it going. I got notes about that. On deck, we got Jonathan. Yes, you here? All right. Coming to the stage. Give it up for Anna, y'all.
Anna's coming back.
Okay. So I'm happy to be back. You can follow my Instagram now if you want. It's Anna, ANNACAKEZZ. But I hate to leave things on a negative note. So I'm going to read two pieces. They were both published in Chill Mag. If you guys want the party full for not this release party, but their next one, let me know. They're a great women print only magazine run by some Gen Z women who are badass. And their theme was Rose, which is my daughter's name. So hi, Daisy.
Yeah.
See you. This poem is called Motherhood. Casual bubbles, mermaids in the bathroom, with a portal between floors, thorny self-doubt, tea, real and fake. Cat weddings, bug funerals, unspoken truths, loud, rude ones, soft blooming, beauty that pierces, by any other name would still smell as sweet. And now, I want you to know this was published, but it is my least liked post in my Instagram history. And it's called Cat Vampire Wedding. And it's a real life story of when me and my daughter threw a wedding for a folk vampire from Dollar Tree and our cat Tinkerbell. Once upon a time, there was a lonely vampire. He just wasn't happy until he met a cat. Often they sat in their chair. They decided to marry. Huzzah! The bridal party was composed of a slightly confused mother and a joyful child who was also the flower girl but didn't get to throw candy. As they walked down the aisle, the wedding chorus sang joyfully. Unfortunately, the cat, overwhelmed, leapt out of its maid of honor's arms in the beginning of the ascent, although no one was scratched. The vampire finished the walk to a still very enthusiastic chorus. Everyone ate homemade cake that had been dyed purple in mutual agreement earlier in the day. Huzzah! The vampire and the cat returned to their chair, their peace, and their quiet. The whole wedding party rested safe and easy in their beds. Thank you.
We're rushing through, and unfortunately, those last two people, Day and Jalapeno, we cannot get to today. But come back to us on next Wednesday, all right? Day, I'm the poet and Jalapeño to get back on the stage. All right, to close out the show. Okay. No pressure or anything. Give it up for Jonathan, y'all. Yes. No pressure, Jonathan. No pressure.
So I actually have a poem that I haven't memorized today. I wanted to share with you all.
Hell yeah.
Now, if you know the quote, say it with me. All my life I had to fight. The color purple was meant for royalty. I never understood the endless feuds of Bloods and Crips when red and blue makes purple. Tell that to our white politicians. Red, white, and blue. Red line by white hands into hoods patrolled by the boys in blue. One nation, under God, indivisible. Yet still they act like the color of our skin is an indivisible spectrum. Like black is the absence of color when all colors equal black. I imagine the chains and whips on my great-grandmother's back. We absorb pain. Like the melanin of our black skin absorbs light. Like our black skin could consume the sun at night. Our skin hangs in the sky as the same moon that Herod used to move slaves through the railroads. The color purple is a halo. Purple went from an auspicious color, the most expensive to produce, into a hue between black and blue, a bruise. They never asked what dyes to make purple. The color purple is the skin on the beaten back of Nat Turner. The uprising, the untelevised revolution executed with machete and sickle, the deoxygenated sickle cell of a Sikh transatlantic child. The color purple is the face of a man who said he couldn't breathe, we all know him, and was pressed down upon by the bending knee of the police. The color purple was the face of Floyd in his final moments. The color purple is our lack of breath. Do we only become royal in death? If we pin our timelines, does it prove that they didn't die in vain? Do our black sons become princes in purple rain? The color purple is a riot, is a fire, is a gun, is a son who held it to feed his family. The color purple is turning the other cheek. It's speaking for those who cannot speak. It's the hand outstretched to those in need. The color purple was meant for royalty. The color purple is the royal we.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Jonathan, for closing us out on such a powerful, powerful note. And so many notes tonight were hit, all right? A lot of survival pieces. That's what I'm going to call them, not low light. All survival stuff, okay? Thank you so much for breaking it up with, of course, the laughs and all that stuff, a little bit of comedy as well, but the real human spirit resides in this room. So I took some notes, and so per tradition, can I share them with you? All right, I wrote something for everybody, all right? Maybe a line that hit me, all right, that was yum, 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 good enough to taste, all right? Some that just lingered on the tongue in the back of my mind. Let's start with Daisy. Daisy, where are you? There you are, all right? Where she is doesn't matter. Maybe the flesh in her cheeks are not meant to be found. Maybe the only way to find her is to find a way to fill her cheeks and electrify her eyes. You remember Daisy saying that in her first piece? Thank you so much for sharing that. All right, that was a real empowering piece, just like the second one, right? Right, this little box of your spirit hiding away. I hope you continue to unlock it through your art, through poetry. All right, so after everybody, you say thank you, right? So thank you, Daisy.
Thank you, Daisy.
Okay, thank you, Chad. All right, Dan, where are you? Person who's in charge of Raymore Flanagan is just the chairman. That's all I wrote for Dan. No, I also wrote, I'm a millennial, I have the mental illness to prove it. I like that, Dan. Good stuff, good set. Thank you, Dan. Paul Taylor. I love the singer-songwriters, love the rapping, but I love when you sing, dude. What a gorgeous tone in your voice. Thank you so much for sharing that song called Peace. Can we piece it together? I'll do what I gotta do. I'll move how I gotta move. You're moving correctly. Come in here. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
All right, Jessica. Jessica, where are you? Jessica, there you are. My first memory. All right, it's going to be a traumatic one. All right, 4 years old. Your daughter's age now. Your father soft in a world that tells him not to be. That was a good line. Too Hallmark, too wholesome. The last time you felt safe, and everything turned red. Left in doorways you were told not to cross, told not to blame him, blamed yourself, and haven't stopped since. That's some real shit. Thank you so much for sharing that memory. But of course, not a lowlight. Survival riddle. All right, thank you, Jessica. Excellent day. All right. Anna, we're coming over this with 2 poems, right? The first one, the Mental Health Month, kind of connected with Jessica's piece a little bit with family, right? The bridge, literally, right? Why I'm a poet. When I was little, Dad left to live with another woman. Thank you for telling us that epic kind of story. And the second round, right? The poems that were published about motherhood, cat weddings, bug funerals, unspoken truth, and then that piece about the cat wedding. All right. And then I wrote, poets are the best communicators. You can look back equally at beautiful things like flowers, moons, cat weddings, and wretched moments of life and speak beautifully about them, which you did. And that's why you're a poet. Thank you, Anna. Thank you. Excellent, excellent. Maanya, you started with that joke about ambulance drivers. Why do ambulance drivers always have a partner with them? Because they're paramedics. I got it. That was hilarious to me. And then... No, pair up. Oh, my God. Okay. And then... I didn't write that. Autocorrect. And then you gave us the story about a trip on an ambulance after this medical emergency that I didn't really clock what happened to you. And I'm assuming it is something hidden deep. As we discover you as an artist, we'll figure that out. All right, and I love that. And then you did a second poem about that day in August that you died that day, right? But if you died that day, you would have met the poetry community. I caught that. That was beautiful. Thank you so much for shouting us out. Would have conducted a symphony of laughs, the kiss of death biting the skin off your lips. Fuck that guy. All right, you're still here. Thank you so much, Maanya. Thank you, Maanya. Appreciate that. Beautiful. And Che, you did not vote. That's all I got. That's all I got for Che. And that means you didn't vote for that guy, all right? And I love that breakdown of the cabinet members. That was very, very funny. And then you pulled up with some poetry, some real honest poetry. Comedy's honest, and so is poetry, right? It reveals that part of us. Me principe, right? I've probably put that up, but it's okay. They have stolen your kingdom, the kingdom I built for you. You went to go get it. All right, and that's what you do with your art. All right, he's full steam ahead and trying to figure this thing called life out. Thank you, Che. Excellent work. Okay, who else do I got? So many of you tonight. Wonderful work from everybody. Oh, and the poem about the red line. That was hard. All right, what was it painted with? Pigments from all around the world or with blood? All right, with poetry, you answer these kind of questions, I swear. Jonathan, that was... excellent work from Jonathan. My skin remembers a loving mother, shea butter, more than a method of memory of our culture. Come on. She'll become a diamond if you press her. Women's skin, cocoa color mixed with cocoa butter. I wrote the wordplay is crazy. And that second fucking piece. Purple was meant for royalty. The color purple, face of Floyd in his final moments. The hand stretched out in need, right? Do we only come royal if we're dead? The color purple. Man. Thank you, Jonathan. So good, so good. Color purple means royalty. Daytime. Are you still with us? Yep. All right, okay. To them boys who are found like me, boys who are curious enough to peek through those doors. To them boys I ask on this long road of becoming a man to not lose yourself on the way. I love poems like that. Thank you, Daytime. Excellent. Come up to us again on another night. Daniel, are we still here? You didn't ride away on the bike? All right, Daniel, thank you for reading some new shit. We love the new shit from you. My cousin and I speak in between beats about dreams we had. All right, ask my cousin if he still wakes up in the middle of the night between screams. Oh boy, you brought us there to this far off land that I may never actually go to, but thanks for transporting us there. Both cool, and you and your cousin both cool down, boiling blood with Vivaldi's Winters. Poverty snitches on itself, the inherited hunger, proud of their poverty. We no longer run, we walk now. Thank you for surviving that, and thanks for bringing that to us. Thank you, Daniel. Beautiful work. Beautiful. Queen Law. Beautiful work. Used to be afraid to write. 17 years, was it? Yeah. 2026. You fucking wrote through the curated catastrophe of treason, desperately trying to find the last warrior, the true me. So I left. Used to be so afraid to write. I caught that. Left, right. Had to make a choice to my fear and pray. Had to make a choice to my fear and prayed it into faith. An enemy of doubt. Whispers of tricksters like ego and doubt. Right? Thank you so much for riding through it and bringing your art to us today. Thank you, Queen. You're perfect. We got rid of the ego. I hope you were there for that. Jalapeño. Oh boy. Quoted half of that Susan B. Anthony quote. I'll quote the whole thing, right? I'll cut off this right arm before I will ever work or demand a ballot. I'm not, Google said Negro, so I'm gonna say that. Ballot. Google said Negro. I know that's what it said, but I recognize the point of that piece, which was very, very powerful, right? Karen, don't cry now. The tears don't influence the vote. Okay? If you don't live in a bubble, why are you so easy to pop? Peace does not liberate. Just because you have that right, don't fucking squander it on the wrong vote. Thank you so much for that. Jalapeño, thank you, Jalapeño. Powerful shit. Powerful shit. Serenity, where are you? You grounded us first. Curious how you grounded us, and then you talked to us about the 20 curious, crazy-ass Georges running around in your mind. No man in a yellow hat or anything. Okay, mind be still, I'm just trying to chill. Telling me I'm not doing enough. And what is rising up as an emotion that wants to be revealed, that feeling of perfectionism, right? Doesn't work here. No ego at this open mic. Thank you so much for bringing us your flaws and your strengths to your poetry. Thank you, Serenity. Fantastic. Amira, first time performing in New York City. Where are you? You still here? You ain't hop on that plane yet. Can't be that fast. The most courageous thing you could do in life is to fucking live. Do we clock it? I clocked it. Waiting for the perfect moment in life is like waiting for God at the airport gate. I love that. We spend our whole time saving for that rainy day. And then, a piece about love. I see you looking for me in people, in places, in answers, and signs. Once you stop looking for love, you'll find me everywhere. Thank you, Amora. Ron, I didn't write anything for you here. That's so weird, Ron.
I guess I bombed.
Oh, I'm kidding. I love the 3 minute. I love breaking down the 3 minutes, all right? Whether it be me giving you the time or at the grocery line and all that stuff. Keep writing, Ron. Thank you, Ron. I loved it. So brave of you. And Mosiah, song for those. Mosiah, you still here? Oh, what's up, Mosiah? All right, coming to us, giving us your art after that time in COVID. All right, song for those who deserve better. I clocked the lyrics. If you were the only one to believe, that would be so sweet to see the things that depend on the dream. I'm just grateful. I love that. Thank you, Mosiah. And I'm grateful for you coming to me tonight for this Nuyorican Poets Cafe Wednesday night open mic. Give it up for yourself. Will you? Okay. All right. And will you come back to me again on a Wednesday? Maybe next Wednesday. Yes? All right. Thank you so much for. Nice. Thank you so much, Serenity. I got flowers. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry over there though. All right, y'all get home safe. Thank you so much for that. Come back to us next Wednesday. Go be safe. Go be kind to someone. But of course, be kind to yourselves. Chat. Chat. 8:30.